Hello and welcome to the next episode of my channel where I'll be taking up a poem called The Roadside Stand from the Flamingo book of class 12th. Now in the beginning of the poem, the poet, that is Robert Frost, tells us that the poor villagers, poor people have set up a small shed of the little house. They have extended their little house, and outside in the shed they have set up a small store, a small stall, and they are urging the drivers, the car owners to stop on the road and buy something in these shops. Now they are not asking for charity. They want people to buy something from them. They also want the city money in their hand. These shopkeepers are poor, and the rich people who are just passing by, they have a lot of money. They are the city dwellers. So they want these city dwellers to stop near the shop, buy something, and even give them the city money with which they can enjoy. The poet compares and contrasts the pathetic, the bad condition of the poor people and their unfortunate means of earning a living with the polished city people, and how these city people are so very rude. They are not at all sympathetic towards these shopkeepers, these shops. They will stop near the shop only to point out the mistake in the N and S which have been wrongly painted in the roadside stand. Or they will stop to shout and make fun of the bad outer appearance of the shop, which is totally destroying the scenery of that area. The poet then describes what all things have been put up for sale by the poor village people. There are wild berries in the wooden containers, golden squash with crooked neck, silver worts, painting of the mountain view. And the villagers really take it to their heart. They feel very bad when none of them buy anything from them. These people, the city people, have a lot of money, but they are mean. They are blind to the humble lives of the poor people. Mr. Frost speaks that from the view of the poor villagers. He says that such rejection from the city people hurts and angers the farmers. So far, all their needs have been ignored. They also need the city money, which is available in plenty to the city people. They also desire to live a life of comfort, just like what it is shown in movies. But all these comforts, all these luxuries have been denied to them by the political party in power, by the government. Nothing has been done to increase or improve the condition of their lives. In the next lines, the poet says that there has been a news that these villagers are going to be relocated in the city. They will be removed from the life of poverty and they will live in the middle of the city. Right now, they are living away from the city. They are living on the outskirts. They don't have any comfort. But there is a news that these people will be relocated in the city near movie theaters and stores, and the poor people's lands will be bought out by the city dwellers who are constantly trying to expand their reach. But then, will it be good? Not at all. The poor will not have the decision-making power, but the greedy, so-called good doers, beneficent beast of prey, will take away all the benefit. It is just a news. Okay, even if they are relocated, the villagers will be at loss. They will learn to stay awake in the night, and their lands will also be taken away by these greedy people. They will not have any advantage, and eventually the poor people will end up giving away their simple old ways of living and working hard. Even though they will be relocated in the city, They will lose their peaceful sleep at the end of a hard day. In other words, the lives of the people will become riddled and difficult, while the greedy good doers will continue to live in luxury. Right now, at least they live a life of, freedom. When they will be settled in the city, they will lose their freedom. They will learn to stay awake in the night. They will not have a peaceful sleep because they will be living in the city. They will be living near theaters and all. Will they have money then? No. Still, then they will not have the money. So Mr. Frost reveals his own sadness, which comes upon him when he thinks about these poor people. And he calls their continual expectation that a car will stop and buy something from them childish. He calls it childish because just like a child dreams and expects anything, these people are also expecting anything. This is never going to happen. They will never stop or buy something from them. The poor farmers eagerly wait to hear the squeal, the brakes of the cars coming to a stop. They stand by the open window and constantly pray for the city people to stop. Most cars just zoom past them, except a few that stop, either to make a turn in the poor man's backyard or to ask directions. Some of the cars stop only to ask if he has a gallon of gas, which he might want to sell. Unfortunately, it is the only thing that the poor man does not have to sell. So it's like the city people are mocking them, making fun. They stop, but they never buy anything. And what they want, these people don't have. So in the last lines, the poet claims that the business is not profitable for those living in the countryside. Countryside means village, not city. No matter how hard they try, they never seem to have enough money to enjoy the comforts and luxuries which the city people have. So Mr. Frost then goes on to say that sometimes he feels relieved to think if only he could put the poor people out of their misery all at once. Here, the poet might be suggesting that he wants to end their lives so that at least their suffering would end. But fortunately, the poet says that he did not think much on that thought and now he has regained his senses. So what did the poet say initially? That he wants to end the suffering of these poor people. And according to him, there is only one way to do so, to kill these people. But then immediately he realizes his mistake. This is not the correct way. He wonders how he might feel if someone, seeing him in pain, thought of putting an end to it by putting him to sleep. So he's saying, just like that thought came to his mind that he should kill the farmers to end their suffering, what if this thought comes to somebody else, seeing the poet in pain? Why is the poet in pain? Thinking about the pain which these people are suffering. So इस पोम में हम देखते हैं कि कुछ विलेजर्स ने अपने घर को थोड़ा आगे बढ़ाकर उसमें एक दुकान लगा दी है जिसमें वो छोटी छोटी चीज़ों को बेच रहे हैं और बहुत ही आशा के साथ वो रोड पर खड़े रहते हैं ये सोचकर कि कोई सिटी वाले मेरे दुकान के पास रुकेंगे, कुछ सामान खरीदेंगे, हमें भी पैसा देंगे, हम भी एक आराम की ज़िंदगी जिएंगे। बट ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है। लोग रुकते हैं उनके दुकान का मजाक उड़ाने के लिए कि कैसा पेंटिंग है, ना एस ठीक से लिखा है ना एन अच्छे से लिखा है, या ये देखने के लिए कि इतनी सुंदर जगह में ऐसा दुकान पूरी सीनरी बर्बाद कर रहा है। लोग गुजरते हैं, जो वहां से गुजरते हैं वो बहुत ही उनमें बिल्कुल भी सिंपैथी, कोई भी दया की भावना नहीं है। और पोएट ने ये सुना है कि इन लोगों को यहाँ से हटाकर सिटी में रीलोकेट कर रहा है, बट ऐसा करने से सिर्फ सिटी वालों का फायदा है, इनका कोई फायदा नहीं है। ये अपना फ्रीडम खो देंगे, ये अपनी रात की नींद खो देंगे। और पोएट कहते हैं कि इनकी जो इच्छा है कि लोग आएंगे, रुकेंगे, कुछ खरीदेंगे, ये एक चाइल्डिश लॉन्गिंग है, एक बच्चे के जैसा ये सोच रहे हैं। ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। लोग रुकते हैं या तो अपने कार को मोड़ने के लिए या फिर ये पूछने के लिए कि भाई तुम्हारे पास पेट्रोल है, इवन दो उनको दिख रहा है कि ये पेट्रोल की दुकान नहीं है। तो पोएट बहुत ही गुस्सा में है, बहुत ही पेन में है, और उन्हें लगता है कि मुझे इन सारे लोगों को मार देना चाहिए ताकि इनका पेन एक बार में खत्म हो जाए, इन विलेजर्स को मार देना चाहिए। बट फिर उन्हें अपनी गलती रियलाइज होती है कि वो भी तो पेन में है, उनसे भी इनका दर्द देखा नहीं जा रहा, और किसी और के मन में भी यही ख्याल आए कि पोएट को मार देना चाहिए ताकि उनका पेन खत्म हो जाए। तो इस पोम में हम ये देखते हैं कि कैसे लोग ग्रीड में अंधे हो जाते हैं, कितने सेल्फिश हो जाते हैं और बाकियों का दुख उन्हें दिखता नहीं है। Thank you. I hope you have understood. Please like my video and please hit the bell button. Thank you and have a nice day.